back to my channel. Today we're doing the hospital tour. We're in the parking garage now, so the lighting is crap. But let's go in and see it.
Yesterday we did the hospital tour, and today I wanted to sit down and talk about it because we couldn't really talk much once we were home. It was dark. We didn't want to. Who am I kidding? Me. Can't film at night. So let's get started. So we toured the new hospital here in San Diego for Kaiser. Newish, I guess. It's like 2 years old, something like that. And I loved it. So, little backstory. I delivered my first child, my daughter, at Mary Birch, which is supposed to be this very popular, I guess you could say, very popular hospital. So this time around we switched to Kaiser, and now we get to do the new hospital, which is super exciting because Mary Birch was very not new. They've been around for years and years and years, which can be both good and bad. I didn't see too much good, so we moved. Anywho, so we are at the new hospital. We just did the hospital tour. They give you all this paper for the tour. Along with it, that doesn't really go with this part, is the birth certificate. So you can already have that filled out before you get there. So that's cool because they do ask you for that at the end. So my first impression of Kaiser. So I have been there before for a D&C and it was great. I mean, you're not there for anything exciting. So that part was a little not fun, but the outside is beautiful, which I'm sure you've seen already in the video, and the walkways are all lit up. So for this one we met in the first lobby. They took us up to the 3rd floor. So once we were at the 3rd floor, we saw the waiting room, which is right outside labor and delivery for all of your guests that want to come. Once you go into labor and delivery, they showed you your room, which was huge. I didn't labor with Mila. Obviously I had a C-section, so I can't really say too much on how big Mary Birch's rooms were, but this room is probably as big as our second living room and our kitchen put together. It was huge. And they offer a ball to sit on, like the yoga balls. They offer the peanut ball, and they offer a squat bar, which I thought was pretty interesting. I'm sure Mary Birch did too. I can't remember. We did the hospital tour with them, but it feels like ages ago. But yeah, so they have the squat bar, the peanut ball, and a regular ball, and the room is huge. It's just so much room for activity. Once you have the baby, then you go into a postpartum room. The postpartum room is smaller than the labor room, which I guess you need more space to labor. So, but the TV is like the size of the whole entire wall, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not as low, but it was pretty cool, and it all is on this keyboard, and you control everything there. So that part was pretty cool. The bed, I was arguing with my husband because the bed there is bigger than the Mary Birch bed. The Mary Birch bed for the husbands, I'm saying. The Mary Birch bed was so small. And this bed, I'm like, hey, look, you have some room on this thing. And he was like, oh no, it's the same thing. It's not. Looks like a bigger bed for the husbands to sleep on, which is good. So on here, the papers, while we're in it, they show you, or they tell you everything that to come in. So if your water breaks, if you don't feel the baby move, if you're having contractions, all of that stuff, and then the number to call to say that you're on your way. And they tell you where to go, what to do, the whole thing like that. Once you're in postpartum, this is what I found interesting about Kaiser, and which was different with Sharp than Kaiser, is the postpartum room. You're only allowed 5 visitors, which 5 is a lot anyways, but there's visiting hours. So with Mary Birch, they could come 8 o'clock in the morning, people. 8 o'clock in the morning, I had people in my room. So this time around, luckily they have hours. So 10 to 1 and then 3 to 8, which is kind of exciting. Only 5 guests and no children. Only Mila can come. This makes me a little bit sad because my sister's coming with her 3 children, and they obviously aren't siblings. So they won't be able to come see the baby. But it also depends on how long I stay, if I have a C-section, if I have a VBAC, because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We hope for a VBAC, but you never ever know. Also on here, they gave you what to bring in your hospital bag. So that's my next video. So next week, I'll be 36 weeks. I'm getting this all wrong. 36 weeks next week. Right? Oh God, I'm terrible. 36, something like that. So I'm going to make my hospital bag, and I'll film that too. But they give you a paper of what moms have said. Oh, I wish I had, blah. Oh, I wish I brought. So they have made a list for you, for baby, laboring kit, and for your husband. Different things that they wish they would have brought. So I'll be making that video probably this weekend so I can have it for next week. And also installing the car seat. What the heck? So our baby shower is this weekend, and I wanted to wait till after the baby shower and then install the car seat, and they said that we should already have it in. And obviously I don't. So that's something we need to do next week, assuming that we're getting a lot closer and we don't know what's gonna happen. Anywho, so also at the hospital, the cafeteria is so huge, and it has a salad bar, a fruit bar, like just a bunch of amazingness. It is $10 for your husband to eat. I did get a clear answer on if it was $10 for the day, like if you do the room ordering, or if it's $10 a meal. I'm not sure on that, but I'm sure he'll just go down and get something delicious down there anyways, because the cafeteria is humongous and has so much food. So much food. I mean, I could just be hungry, or I was really hungry last night because we went out to dinner after the tour, not before. But that's okay. But my overall experience was great. I'm excited to see what I get to do. If I get to do the laboring, if I get to just do the C-section, if I get to, what I get to do. But overall, the rooms are big, spacious, way bigger than Mary Birch, and that part I'm really excited. At Mary Birch, my husband had to spend most of the time in the bathroom if we had guests coming, because there was no room for anybody. So, fingers crossed everything goes well, and I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Mila is still asleep. It's early in the morning, and we're going to the pumpkin patch today, and I'm getting my hair done because it's ready. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.